What's going on, fellas? I got something cool for you today. So in recent years, the seal row has become a popular exercise. Here in our space on YouTube, I think that's largely thanks to Paris, as well as Toshiki doing them. I think some of the Chinese weightlifting team doing them. And because they've become trendy, lots of people have given them a try. And in giving them a try, they've realized what a good exercise these are. They're a good compound free weight exercise that's going to let us get the many benefits we've been told we get from barbell rows, while also allowing us to keep ourselves ultra strict and also spare the low back fatigue that many kind of view as the real drawback, the boon of the bent over barbell row. So in many regards, they're just all of these great benefits of the barbell row, plus removing one of the problems. So many people have gone and they've tried them and they've realized what a great exercise they are, but they've also realized the massive downside this exercise has, which is simply that it's a massive pain in the ass to set up unless you are quite lucky and your gym has a dedicated setup for it, like a rig for it. I know Rogue sells one, a couple other people sell one. If you don't have one of these, it's a pain to stack either a bench across some jerk blocks, a bench on top of a pile of plates. It's a pain. It's such a pain that many people view it to be not worth the hassle. Even though it's a great exercise, it still works out to be a net negative for them. And finally, us home gym fellas might take a W in rigging an exercise being easier for us than our commercial gym brothers. Might not be limited to home gym people. If you go to a gym that's relatively chill, you might be able to take this in and leave it there. But let me show you guys the solution that I have come to within my home gym. I will turn it now. As you can see, it is just two 2x12s screwed together, probably about 4 to 5 inches longer than the catches of my rack, with a little stopper placed on the end to stop it from moving. I will splice into the corner some clips of me using it so you can use an example, but if you have a home gym, there's a good chance you have a squat rack, and if you've got a squat rack, you probably have some catches to squat with. And that means you also have an extremely easy rigging to do seal rows, and you can add those to your arsenal if you so choose. All it is two 2x12s. Even if you don't have a truck, you can go get them. They can do the cuts for you at Home Depot. So you can have them, like you can measure your rack at home, come in with your specs and have them cut it down to size, throw it in your car. No matter what kind of car you have, it probably will fit once they're cut down to size. Maybe make some small cuts to add in the stoppers on the end to stop it from rolling off in either direction. And then I just use some, I want to say 2.5-inch deck screws to put it all together. I am not a handy dude. If I can do this, you can absolutely do this. And it might be a very nice addition to your home gym. Or if your gym is relatively chill, they might let you just leave this in the corner, and now, cool, you have a quick way to rig seal rows, kind of take away a lot of that downside and just reap the benefits. I'm gonna add a second little video on the end here, just to be like one extra thing you could do while you're making your trip to Lowe's or Home Depot. And one last note, it is just 2x12s thick. Because I'm rowing not in the center, but more towards one end of the rack, I haven't had any issues with feeling as though it's gonna break. Again, I've put my body weight plus, I wanna say 275 on here is the heaviest I've gone. No fear of it breaking yet. You could theoretically, make this a little bit more structurally sound in a couple of ways, but I would imagine for the vast majority of people, this is gonna be fine if I haven't broken it yet. All right, and on that tangent, if we're making a trip to Lowe's or Home Depot and you have a home gym or you got a gym that lets you keep some stuff there, I also highly recommend you make one of these if you don't already have one. All it is some 2x4, too thick, little stopper on the end to raise it up. Again, 2.5-inch deck screws and some grip tape. And if this is, if you couldn't tell, a calf raise block. I've taken heavy weights on an SSB. I think I've gone to my body weight, which is 260, plus about 500 pounds for sets of calf raises off of this. Holding up pretty good so far. Single leg calf raises, and being able to load that deep stretch position without much worry of sliding off thanks to the grip tape has been massively beneficial in growing my calves, because we've all speculated for a while now that kind of a lot of the growth comes from that stretch position, not bouncing out of the bottom, drawing ourselves down, pausing, driving up. So we get the ankle health benefits, we get the ankle mobility benefits, and we also can just get big calves. And it makes it a lot more convenient than standing on the edge of one of your benches or standing on the edge of the rack and having to slide slide off. So I highly recommend, if you're making the trip, to just grab a 2x4 and some grip tape, and you can also make one of these while you're at it.